Welcome back to the wild. It's Cypress. Today we're in my driveway because our activity involves fixing the mower, which requires a new tire and a new front end. So let's get started. So what happened was I bought the mower a year ago and I have been treating it like a brush hog ever since. And that has finally come back to bite me. But it's not as bad as it sounds. This yard is not only full of weird, steep, curvy angles, but because of the combined neglect and the constant saturation of water and the flow of water in multiple parts of the yard, there are some serious ruts that I have slammed into repeatedly over the last year and a half. This has caused a lot of stress on the joint that holds the axle. So this is what the front end looks like new. Wheels go here. This is where the axle slips in, and these little rigid pieces of plastic are what hold the axle on both sides. Not the most rugged construction I've ever seen in my life. That being said, I have beat on this mower and I have used it, as I said, more like a brush hog than a lawn mower. So I really can't be mad at it. This contraption, this assembly has held up way better than I would think it would. This may be a part I end up replacing every couple of years. They don't make them like they did when I was a kid, I'll tell you that. So when the axle holders failed, I didn't notice in time, and the axle came apart and the wheel ended up under the blade. Of course it did. Fortunately, the blade isn't any more damaged than it was before, but I did have to get a wheel as well as the front end. I ended up getting two wheels. The tread is pretty much still the same. This is clearly more beat up, but I don't think it's enough worn down for me to justify changing it. Somehow in the pandemonium, I really thought I had chopped up both tires, and so I placed an order for two, so now I've got a spare. The front end goes again. I'll be all set, at least for this part. I want to talk for a moment about pricing, because it's a bit of a mystery to me how they determine what things should cost. I thought the part that was going to be a problem financially would be the front end. It's part of the structure of the mower body. Well, this was $26 before tax. This is part of why I am not mad that this broke, because $26. Okay, here's the weird thing. Each individual tire without a hubcap is $24. I paid $48 for tires with no hubcaps. I paid almost twice for the tires than I did for the part of the body. How does this work? I guess there's more assembly here, but I don't know. But confusion over prices aside, the website was fairly easy to use. I expected it to be much worse, but there's multiple ways to look up what part you need. I located my model number on the original purchase receipt. Cub Cadet's website allows you to search all of their part numbers by model number, so you know you're getting the right part. It's a really handy way to guarantee you're not ordering the wrong part. It did take me a little bit of trial and error to navigate the website, but I was eventually able to find the parts that I needed through the images, they have diagrams of all of the parts that go into the mower, so you can find anything as long as you know what it looks like and exactly where it goes. Orders with a certain minimum get free shipping, and this stuff actually came several days earlier than expected. Alright, so I think the first thing I want to tackle is replacing the shattered, sliced, and diced tire wheel. Getting a hold of it. Maybe these are on here really tight. I'm not sure. Oh, it would help if I was trying to loosen it. How am I gonna do this? It's on there so tight. There we go. Alright, just needed some leverage. This has been screwed together and functioning for a while now. Let's not lose that. Oh, no washer, no nothing. How the heck am I going to recycle this? Oh, I should have looked to see which side was out. Fortunately, this one's still attached, so... I don't know if I should be using some kind of Loctite or just assuming that it's going to stay put. I'll be double checking it for a while, that's for sure. I went ahead and cleaned up the hubcaps. Might as well. They're a little warped, but they're still good. Okay, this part's going to be a little more difficult because the mower is heavy. We're going to flip it around. There are a total of 5 bolts. That we're going to have to take out. Should be roughly the same procedure. Oh, that was way easier. Hey, even the rusted one is coming out. Good on Cub Cadet, these seem to be identical in size. And by that I mean the same thread, the same size head, and the same length. All the dimensions. Alrighty, moment of truth. Yummy. Honestly though, it actually smells like horse manure. It's not that bad. That's how busted this was. Left side was still okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a scrub just because why not clean it while it's exposed? You're probably wondering, Cypress, why in the heck are you using a spray bottle and not a hose? I have a hose, but I also have a spigot I don't trust. It took me weeks to get it to turn off all the way. I don't want to turn it back on unless I'm prepared to roll up my sleeves and replace some plumbing. Okay, that's gonna have to be good enough. Now, let's see if we can attach this new part where the old one was. They look identical. I guess we'll see. Aha! Like Tetris. There we go. There's some overlap in the frame, and the metal frame goes into two little grooves right here. It helps if you adjust your ratchet to tighten instead of loosen. There we go. Sometimes it takes a little bit of coaxing. And pardon the glistening, it is almost 90 degrees out right now, even in the evening at the shade, so it's just a little gross right now. That one looks like it's cross-threaded to me. Totally cross-threaded. That's better. Let's get this one started, make sure we've got them all attaching. Do beware of the mower blades. They're not exactly what you want to cut yourself on if you're going to cut yourself. I don't know why you'd want to cut yourself. Alright, we are tight everywhere. I'm going to go around one more time and make sure everything is equally tightened. Oh, see, that wasn't. What I'm doing is I'm squeezing tight enough. I'm getting the bolt tight enough. I can feel the metal start to need to give. That is my indication that that's as tight as that should go. I don't know if that's in any manuals, but that's my rule of thumb. I don't want to tighten it so much that I'm putting stress on the actual materials. I think we're good. One last step. All we have left to do now is get this axle back on. I'm not entirely sure. I think I can just pop this into place, put some weight on it, and it'll snap into place. I am making sure that the height lever is on this side, obviously, otherwise it wouldn't work. I guess, moment of truth. And of course, the lever's in a funny place. Of course it is. Force it. Alright. The only problem I'm having is that the lever is really loose. So I'm gonna bend the crap out of it. Go. Well, there you have it. What did this take me? If I hadn't been talking with you guys, I think this would have taken me about 15 minutes to do. It was a really easy fix, and I've got my mower back for not a lot of money. So if any of you out there are thinking, ugh, do I just need to take this to the shop? Do I need to buy a new mower? This was a really easy fix. I was expecting this to be a lot more involved. This is extremely user-friendly. You barely even need to know which tools to use to get this job done. Don't be intimidated by this. If you've got a Cub Cadet and you've got a front end that has been damaged in some way, or even just a tire, a wheel, I keep calling it a tire, it is a wheel. It's a really easy fix, and it's going to be a lot cheaper to do it yourself. And then there's also the satisfaction of being in control of your own shit. It's pretty. So I guess I'd better get to mowing. Oh, yeah, there is that. Thanks for helping me with this project. Don't worry about all of that mess back there. I'll clean that up myself. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, click the bell, and follow along on Facebook and Instagram. And in all of your lawn care maintenance, keep it wild. I'll see you on the next video. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I didn't even have to put shoes on to fix that lawnmower. That's how easy a fix it was. Welcome back to the wild. It's Cypress and another car. I'm gonna wait for this loud vehicle to go by. Let's try that again. There are a total of 5. We're tight everywhere. I'm gonna go around one more time and make sure everything is I located my